So I'm in a train right now, but that's not stopping me from building some GPTs. And what I want to do is I want to create a GPT Architect, which will be a main GPT agent that will let us build new GPT agents. Now, I actually got this idea a few days ago, but then I saw Corbin make a video on it, and it seems like the people loved it. That's why I'm building my own. Now, before I do that, I want to build a quick GPT. And this one will be used to get super fast responses, and I will make sure to disable web browsing because it's super slow. We're gonna give it a persona. Your only purpose in life is to give quick, efficient, and direct answers. Prioritize short and direct answers. Okay, so I think this is a solid set of custom instructions. Hopefully my train internet lets me save it. I'm gonna let it use DALL-E 3 to give us a profile picture, that way we're not stuck with the default one. No! It messed up the custom instructions, dude. Okay, so this is the downside of using GPT Builder. Somehow our GPT is split into two. Oh, wait, what? What is this? Okay, I have no clue how you get here. That probably shouldn't have happened. I think that's a feature that's not out yet. Okay, so let's test it out. What's the hardest programming language to learn? I would say it's probably assembly, then obviously machine code, but we'll see. But okay, it give yeah, brain fuck. Okay, I just built this for myself, so now let's go back and let's create the GPT Architect. Create a profile picture, and the reason I do it at the start, the profile picture, is to prevent what happened before. Ooh, this is interesting. It resembles the Freemason logo a bit, but you know, that gives it a kind of a secret society vibe, so I can't complain about that. Let's set the description. So this GPT helps you build new GPTs. So as I said before, like these conversation starters, I think the best way to use them is to just give more information to the user instead of, actually making them a conversation starters. So if you want millions of people to use your GPT, you have to give them clear instructions. And right now, like, you can try to fit info into the description, obviously, but I think the better way is to use conversation starters and tell more info there. So obviously we have to give it a custom instruction. So let's do the same format. Persona, you are GPT Architect. You were created to help the user build new GPT agents. And then we give it a mission. And actually, I have an idea, so I'm gonna save this again. Now, one thing we have to do is we have to give it knowledge of what GPTs are, because it has the knowledge cutoff until April of 2023, but GPTs have been released in November. So it maybe, OpenAI gave it some basic info, but it definitely doesn't know as much as it should know about what GPTs are. And if it doesn't know what GPTs are, then it's probably not going to be the best at helping us build new GPTs. No internet access, so let's get back and let's build the custom instructions, because we don't need internet for that. So this is an interesting idea. Maybe we can do it in here, so maybe we can explain what GPTs are. So we're going to keep asking questions and offering suggestions until the user has finished their GPT. The reason I am saving this in the notepad, because I can't trust the internet. Obviously, I don't have any internet right now, so it's not gonna update. So the likelihood of me losing these custom instructions is very high. So next we explain what GPTs are. A GPT is an AI agent running on OpenAI's ChatGPT platform. So obviously this is kind of a creative way of doing this. Ideally, we would just give it access to the entire website of, the GPT documentation. But honestly, this might be actually better. So it might be a blessing in disguise that I don't have internet. You yourself are a GPT agent. Okay, beautiful. We have internet access. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to go to the article introducing GPTs. I'm actually going to give this to a normal ChatGPT. I'm gonna have it summarize the entire website into a short paragraph. So now we actually do want to use the browsing feature, which is gonna be painfully slow. So here is the website, and let's do a comparison between Perplexity and ChatGPT. So summarize this website and give me a bullet list explaining what GPTs are. And let's do use informative and simple language. So I'm going to use the same prompt. I'm going to start here, boom, and I'm going to wait until it starts browsing. And it started browsing. And now I'm going into Perplexity. I'm going to do the same. And we are getting an answer. Oh, ChatGPT. ChatGPT isn't even a third. And normally it's even slower, but this time, because I actually gave it a specific link, it wasn't that horrible. But if you can use Perplexity, it's infinitely faster. Okay, so this is definitely too long. Make the bullet list only 4 points and remove all information that is not explaining what GPTs are. Okay, so we can copy this actually and use it in the custom instructions. So let's do GPTs are customizable AI models that allow users to create custom versions of GPT tailored. Okay, solid. So this is kind of a meta. We are using ChatGPT to help us build an architect GPT, which will later be used to build new GPTs. So, man, this is deep. Okay, so I'm gonna actually change this a bit. There is no limit to what a GPT can do. So the reason why I say that is, to hopefully make the AI architect, the GPT architect, a little more ambitious. Every GPT needs a name and a profile picture. Next, a GPT needs to have a description. You know what? Let's actually do this in steps. Let's split it up into steps. So I'm gonna change this up so it's that like the tone is that the architect is working with the user. So wait, actually this could be step 2. So yeah, let's do, okay, I have an idea. Step 1 should be, step 1, ask the user what GPT he wants to build. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna test it out, because when you want to build really good GPTs, you have to do a lot of testing. I want to build a GPT that helps me learn Python. Okay, it seems to follow the steps. What I can do is offer 10 simple name ideas. So let's do the same for descriptions. So let's write 5 different short descriptions for the GPT. Let's do a different one. I want to build a decision-making GPT that helps me think through important life decisions. And let's see how good the GPT architect is. Maybe I could split it up into different tasks. Whoa. Yeah, this is bad. So we need to explicitly tell it. So when I'm using a step-by-step, reasoning process, I always like to add this at the end of custom instructions. That way the GPT can double check. So make sure you've completed every single step. If not, perform the steps you missed. So I don't know, from experience, just adding something like this, it increases the chance of all steps being done by 20x at least. When working with the user, take it one step at a time. Do not continue to the next step unless the user is happy with the previous step. This is good. Alright, so this time we're building something else. So let's do, I want to build a GPT gives me tax advice. It's funny because, tax advisors and stuff like that, they probably have 1 to 2 years left. It would be actually irresponsible getting advice from a human. It will be more responsible and more reliable to get advice from some tax GPT. Okay, these names are cringe. What I need to do is I need to go back into the custom instructions, change this to 10, and give it examples of good names. So I'm going to do examples of good names. Health GPT, Quick GPT. So you can do actually GP trainer. So let's do maybe, travel GPT to follow the vibes of being in a train. Okay, what GPT are we creating this time? So I want to create, let's do, okay, psychologist that analyzes the behavior of the user. Let's do psychoanalysis. By the way, you do not need to correct grammar mistakes because GPT, GPT-4 is a language model. It can do natural language processing, so the GPT can understand. So it's a waste of time correcting grammar mistakes. Okay, does it follow the step-by-step formula? Okay, Psycho GPT is really solid. Some of these are still cringe, like emo GPT. Okay, dude. Some of these are still, kind of weird and questionable. So yeah, much better than before, obviously. For the memes, let's go with number 6. And I'm gonna say nothing, and it should move to the next step, which is the description. Okay. Alright, I need to specify that it needs to be like in first person. The description should be straight to the point. Okay. And I'm gonna do 7 here. Hopefully I can get the GPT Architect finished before I arrive at my destination. Alright, so this time I'm not gonna even describe the GPT, I'm just gonna say, help me build a new GPT. Okay, amazing. How about a GPT that helps me with personal finance? Okay, so I want to strike a balance between recommending GPT and not having GPT in the name. 5 of the names should have GPT in the name, and 5 should not. So I'm just gonna be explicit about it. I don't want to mess it up, but the internet connection has been much better than I expected. So hopefully it continues. Knock on wood. And just as I say that, the GPT is not updating. Okay, yeah. Just in case, I'm gonna save it once again. Because in the meantime, we can check out the website. Please, let me update. Come on. Oh, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do new GPT, please. And I'm gonna, go back here and I'm gonna specify one more time. Always answer in a short and effective manner. Okay, that was fast. Let's see how good. Okay, nice. Okay, this is beautiful. Like, just look at, man, I love short responses. Let's do health and fitness advice. We're really going through all the GPTs today. Okay, really solid. Actually, you know what? Let's do 14 and let's do 7. It feels wrong writing this manually. I just want to have a variable that I can update and, it automatically updates all of this. But I guess that's the downside of no code, right? Like, you don't have the benefits of programming, but at the same time, you can use plain English. So, yeah. All right, this is really solid. GPT Architect is improving in front of our eyes. You know what? There should be another step here. So I'm going to do follow these steps in order. Okay. I'm going to enter some new line characters so it's organized. And we need a step here. Step 3. Ask the user to provide more information about the GPT. What should it do? Why is the user building it? ... Okay, and this is step 4. Step 4, and then step 5. Actually, step 5 could be like conversation starters. Based on the GPT description, think of 4 different conversation starters. Common ways people might interact. And then step 6 is going to be help the user write amazing custom instructions. I'm going to save this. We have 6 steps. Quite solid. Step-by-step reasoning is amazing. So if you're not using step-by-step reasoning in your custom instructions, you have to start. So let's go again. So let's do help me create a GPT. This time let's go with the psychoanalyzer, whatever. A GPT that helps me psychoanalyze myself. That sounds a bit weird. Psycho GPT gets me every time. I need to check out how much time I have left in this train. And we get a network error. Oh no. This is another benefit of using short responses, because, there is less chance to get a network error. Now, obviously, this time we got a network error, even though our GPT gives short responses, but like, the less tokens it has to generate. Let's go with Mind Explorer. I'm building it to become more self-aware and, more self-aware and to know my strengths and weaknesses. You can build, obviously, whatever GPT you want, and nobody is judging you. That's another benefit of using AI. The AI does not judge you. So if you want to build a psychoanalyzer GPT, go for it. Okay, these are by far the best descriptions we've got so far. This is a really solid description. Like, this is something I would potentially write. Now, as you can see, the generation is super slow. Again, I don't know whether that's because of the internet or the GPT-4 Turbo is not as fast as it was hyped out to be. So looking at these descriptions, this is really solid. I'm gonna go with number 2. Let's go with number 2. And as you can see, like, building a GPT with GPT Architect is like beyond easy. It's super easy. You just like say, help me create a GPT, tell, a GPT that helps me psychoanalyze myself and like choose a name. So like this makes the process of creating GPTs super, super easy, like way easier than GPT Builder from OpenAI. What is this, man? Welcome back. Is there anything GPT Architect should be doing better? Anything you'd like to change? Bro, I hate you. I hate GPT Builder because every time you message with it, it's gonna mess up your entire custom instructions and everything. So GPT Architect, on the other hand, doesn't mess you up. I like GPT Architect. These are really solid, actually. These are really solid. Then ask the user if he likes these 4. If not, write 12 more variations. I'm gonna say yes, these are good. Step 6 is gonna be tricky. Oh! It's using its own custom. This is crazy. I did not specify it. This is the entire step 6. I did not specify that it should use its own custom instructions as a template. Bro, is this AGI? Are we reaching AGI? I'm about to go crazy. This is insane. All I did is help the user write amazing custom instructions, and it automatically deducted, it inferred that it should use its own custom instructions, which of course are amazing, to help the user write the same format. Now, I still probably want to specify that, but the fact that it did on its own, man, GPT Architect is going to make building new GPTs super, super efficient, man. Okay, I'm kind of starstruck by this. The custom instructions follow the same format as your custom instructions. Number 1, we can do persona. Number 2, we're going to give it a mission. Number 3, personality. Number 4, rules and behavior. Number 5, step-by-step process. And number 6, the important text below. Now that you know what GPTs are, give me 15 ideas for useful GPT AI agents. Let's see what Perplexity cooks up with. Okay. Oh, language translator, that's beautiful. I'm actually learning French in the moment, so let's do that. Help me build a GPT, please. To help me learn French. Je suis David. I mean, obviously this is good. This is good. I mean, this is kind of a cringe one. Okay, you know what? This step needs to be better. Ask 5 different and relevant questions like that. Just make sure they are relevant to this specific GPT agent. We don't want to ask, we don't want it to ask questions that are useless and unrelated. The GPT Architect it's impressive, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be this good. I'm making these kind of for myself because I'm learning in the process, but at the same time, like, thousands of other people will get value from this, which is just a win-win if it lets me save it. Okay, I'm gonna do something risky. I actually need to go to the toilet, so I'm gonna keep this recording and hopefully nobody steals my setup. Oh my god, my setup is still here. I can't believe it. Help me build a GPT to learn French. Now that I think about it, I probably should build this GPT just for myself and I definitely will use GPT Architect to help me in that. Bonjour GPT, okay, not bad. Let's go with number 5. Hello, number 5. Oh my god. This is kind of crazy because the people who are building GPTs, we are working for OpenAI for free. So to have these caps, I mean, it makes sense on one hand because, people could abuse this. But on the other hand, it's like, come on, let me create more GPTs. But yeah, I think this is really, really solid, to be honest. So let's see how many characters this is. Okay, 2.2k, pretty solid. The limit is 8,000, so this is infinitely better than, GPT Builder would ever write. So I'm gonna link this further in the description and into the pinned comment as well, so that you can use GPT Architect to create your own GPTs, and I wanna see what you guys create.